strong passing position. It keeps your legs safe, and we'll talk about some concepts about crushing people's hips and making them really wear your weight to wear them down, and some nice pathways for passing the guard from there. It can be really effective, and if you look at some of the matches of the ACC this year, this is a very common kind of passing sequence and position to find yourself in. So when you're in no-gi, there's some really key areas that you want to think about when you're starting to pass the guard. And something I like to do, and something that a lot of the high-level guys really dominate the person's hips versus driving kind of forward. It's more of a sinking pressure pass. So we'll kind of work through that tonight and work through probably 4 or 5 passing sequences depending on reactions that you can start to chain together from this position. So we'll get started by just looking at what exactly headquarters is and how we're going to set it up so it's kind of the most effective, because it's not something you just kind of get. It's actually something that's got quite a little bit of detail in the position itself. So can I use you? Yeah. So just like come around a little bit. So we'll talk about initially when we're in no-gi. I don't just want to like enter into kind of standing wherever here. I want to keep a little bit safe, because if I come and he gets inside position, he can start to find his way to attack the legs. So headquarters position is in a kind of basic sense is I've got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So neither of us have inside position, but I'm safe from any leg attacks, and so we can start to set up our guard passage from here. What we want to do with the control initially is get a C grip like this on the shins. So we push the feet to the butt. This stops him being able to extend his legs easy, and we can really control where we're going, right? So headquarters, what I'm gonna do is step forward with the outside and keep my other leg up in the hamstring. And I don't just want to sit it like back. You'll see I don't really get much bite on the leg. I'm going to step all the way in, so when I drop my knee, it turns his hips, right? And the other foot is going to come up, and I'm going to squat over the top of this leg here. And I'm not just squatting here, I'm making him wear on my weight through his hips, right? You'll feel quite heavy here, like in this leg. We're keeping it pinned to the butt, so it's hard for him to extend. If I'm just keeping it here, it's going to be easy for him to extend, but when I crush it to the butt, it's very hard for him to extend. So we step in and squat down on the leg. And I'm more balancing on my toes. I'm not just squatting down. If I squat down, I don't have any weight on him. I want him to wear my weight. So we lean forward, and we can start to kind of play with their hip control here. Now, one thing we want to be aware of is I don't want him to bring his leg back in, because this is going to cause problems. So we turn our weight across, and we can start to flare this leg, right? So if he tries to put his foot on the ground, it's very difficult, right? And we keep our arm on the leg here, because this stops him being able to bring his leg up as well. The other thing you can do is pinch your knees a little bit. So it kind of limits his movement even more, and it stops him being able to move his hips, and it kind of gives me a little bit more stability, right? If he can kick me over, it means I'm too far forward. And if he can kick me away, it means I'm too far back. So there's a sweet spot here, where it's very hard for him to move. See, I'm flaring the leg, I'm just balancing on my toes. You can put your hands on his shoulders, on the ground, wherever it feels comfortable, right? But we want to make him wear this position. So just to start, just going to practice our entries, right? So leg in, squat down, make him wear our weight. So we're balancing on our toes. Person on the bottom just try and move their legs a little bit, and we're just going to make him wear it. Flare the leg. This makes it quite uncomfortable because it's opening his groin, right? And a good test is if you can put that foot on the ground, yeah, we're in a pretty dominant position. If you can't put that toe on the ground, you can't keep the escape away, right? So we'll just do a couple of minutes each of stepping in and finding this position. Get used to kind of balancing, moving your hips around. That should feel very heavy on the leg here, right? If you're light on the leg, the position doesn't work as well. You can pinch your knees together if you want. You can keep them wide, whatever feels comfortable. You can keep this hand on the leg, on the ground, but keep your elbow on the outside of your knee, because now we can't bring the leg in. If you can bring the leg in, you've got to work to get back to this position. Any questions? It's a really strong position because it keeps your legs safe in nogi, and there's a lot of passes that you can open up from here, right? Any questions? Just get in pairs and do like a few each. Get to this position, move your hips around a bit, balance on your toes, play with your hand position. Press on the bottom, just try and move a little bit and see if you can nullify their movement. Remember the flaring of the leg as well. Right? Any questions? Cool. Alright, 1, 2, 3.